What's up guys, Dro here. I've been testing out the range on the quad, right? So I just wanted to show you guys a couple of things that I did to get it ready to test it out for range. I wanted to make sure that I didn't have any problems, because if I'm gonna make it go fly far away, for one, I don't want to be walking a mile to go pick it up. The other thing too is I've been hearing a lot about people having problems with the Crossfire just all of a sudden just losing signal out of nowhere, and then their quad just falls out of the sky. So I just want to make sure that I get everything as ready as possible, that if anything does go wrong, I'll have best case scenario. So I'm gonna get more technical in other videos about everything that's going on here, but for those that already understand quads and what I'm talking about, then I just kind of want to show it really quick so you can get an idea of what I have on here. In my description, I'll put a link over to my Amazon page that I created that has all of the parts I've been using for the quad stuff. Come. He always wants to be a part of the video. Every time I'm filming or getting on stream or something. All right, you can come hang out, buddy. So as I was saying, I'll leave a link down in the description so you guys can check out the parts that I've been using on my quads. The frame you'll see there linked up, it's the DJI Air unit. I've got the Crossfire Diversity Nano in here installed on my F7 controller. The Immortal T version 2 antenna strapped here to the front. So if I'm flying away from myself, the antennas are still pointed back at me. Same thing with the antennas here for the air unit for the video. This is for the transmitter. I also have the other Diversity. Since it's the Diversity, it's got two different antennas on it. And the secondary antennas here, which I put some zip ties and some heat shrink on it to keep it from moving at all and getting sucked up and cut by the props. For video on the DJI Air unit, normally I have one of the 90-degree angle antennas, but I lost it. So I started hot gluing my antennas to stay in place, and I also made sure that the zip ties were hot glued down here so that they wouldn't move out at all either, just in case. But yeah, I have one pointed up, one pointed back, so as I'm flying away or towards me, whichever way I'm going, I still have the antennas doing what they're supposed to do. I wanted to make sure that I had the best signal possible, so I did a lot of research on the antennas and placements and all that kind of stuff, and trying to kind of understand better why I'm putting things in certain places without getting into all of that at the moment. And as you guys saw on the intro, I also did some conformal coating on the boards, and what that is it's this stuff here. I'll put a link to that in the description as well. For those of you who saw me do my old resin products that I used to sell, the bugs inside resin and everything, it's almost kind of like that, but not. It's a coating that goes around the board. If it does get wet or it starts raining or anything while I'm flying, I don't really have to worry about something shorting out on the board as much. I've actually flown this thing in the rain a little bit, and even without the conformal coating, from what I understand, it would be fine as long as it's not like a downpour. But I just wanted to be safe so that if a drop of water gets somewhere, or if it lands in mud or something, that the whole thing's not going to short out, and then I'm going to have to go buy a new board. So I put that coating on pretty much everything that I possibly could. And it's cool too, because you can use a black light to see where you put it on the board. It glows, so if you miss a spot, you can tell. I really like these props too. They've done me very well. They don't break at all. All my other props that I've used, you know, the slightest little hit against something and they would just shatter, especially in the cold. But these things somehow have been surviving really well, and they've hit quite a few things. I've hit branches while flying. Just do fine. There's like a few scuff marks on here, but it's really not that bad at all. Another cool thing is this thing can handle up to a 6S battery, which I have one, but I haven't even gotten to try that yet. So that'll be a whole other video in itself with me trying out the 6S and comparing that to the 4S. Right now I'm just getting used to the 4S and how much flying time I have with that. And anyway, I just wanted to kind of share a couple of videos to show what I did. I'm still a newbie pilot, I know that. I'm not great at what I'm doing at all yet, but I'm getting there, okay? I'm working on it, and we'll get there together. So yeah, I've been getting kind of ballsy with everything now that I'm getting a better feel for what kind of range I have with this. Before, with the Spectrum stuff, I liked it, but I just kind of didn't feel as comfortable with doing certain things because I thought for sure I was just going to lose signal and fail safe. I've yet to fail safe with the Crossfire on here. Sometimes if I'm going to go test it out to go really long, I'll put it on like 1 watt just to be safe. But even on like 100 milliwatts instead of going to a full watt, it allows me to go pretty far, to the point where I'm too scared to keep going because either I'm going to an area I don't want to fly over, or I'm afraid that I'm going to run out of battery on the way back. But anyway, I'm going to share a couple flights here, and there's quite a few little tricky things that I did to test out the unit. Anyway, here goes. Let me just go ahead and play these videos for you guys, and I hope you enjoy them. I just wanted to also mention that at the end of the video, you're going to see a new playlist that I created that's going to start having all of my flights I'm just going to start posting all of my flights on that playlist, and I'm not going to make them public on my channel because I know that's probably just going to piss a bunch of people off if I'm just uploading hundreds of flight videos, and you know, that's gonna look like that's all my channel has become, and I want it to be a lot more than that. So I'm gonna make a separate playlist for that if you just kind of want to watch the flights as they are. Some of them I'll put music, some of them I'll just do unedited. If you just enjoy that kind of thing, go over there to that playlist, enjoy that. And for now, I'm gonna show you the first clip. I went to the end of that little lake area that I fly by, and I started getting over by all of the little shops in town, and I kind of pussied out and I just turned around because I thought, for one, I wouldn't have the battery to come back, and two, if I just fail safe there, I didn't have GPS rescue on, I would have had to go really far to try to find it, and I didn't want it falling on top of buildings or cars or any of that. So I just flew back, I pussied out, and I'll put that whole flight here. I just ended up going back and doing a bunch of little flips and stuff and just having fun with it. Here you go, enjoy that. Alright, now the next one I'm going to show you, I was flying around the waterfall area. I'm going to go ahead and show you the waterfall clips now. While I was there, I also flew through this metal like bridge thing that they have there, and I thought for sure that the signal bouncing off the metal plus the distance was going to cause me some sort of issue, and I had no issues at all. Then I went through this underground area that's all concrete, no issues at all, and I'm just boggled by this Crossfire system. If anything, I have more trouble losing video than I do losing my actual radio link, which is great. I do have a GPS that I want to install at some point and play around with the GPS rescue mode. We'll get to that another time. This is also a big part of, you know, why I just pussy out when I go pretty far, because I don't have a way for it to just come back to me. And even with beta flight, from what I understand too, the return to home function isn't really something to be relied upon. It's kind of finicky, and it doesn't always do what you expect it to do. It's not like a DJI where it's just going to come home and land. Like with these, it's going to start heading your way, and then you have some time to take over. It might try to land, and it might land on your face. Who the hell knows? I don't know yet. We're going to play around with those settings. We'll figure them out. was going to test out today was whether or not I could go behind the trees over in the forest back there, and behind the cemetery there's like a bunch of trees, and I was going to do a couple drops behind them to see if it would hold up signal. I had the X-Air antennas on my DJI goggles, so I wanted to make sure that I can retain video, because I did a test the other day where I went by that cool bridge the other day and I started doing a bunch of test flights there, which I'll show you. And when I flew around the trees, it got really blocky on the video, and I'm not sure if that was because of multipathing, where the signal's just like bouncing all over the trees or something, or maybe just from the dense trees and leaves and everything, it was blocking the signal. I'm not really sure. I thought that the DJI Air unit would actually record better footage since it didn't really matter what my signal was, and I figured the goggle would record the blocky footage, but the Air unit was having some sort of weird glitches that it would just like freeze up and then tell me that there was an error. So I don't know if it was the Air unit having an issue that caused the blocky video. I'll have to do more tests with that, but here's that video of me flying through the trees so you can kind of understand how far I went and how behind trees I was. Check out that video really quick. Alright, so now that you saw that, I wanted to kind of do something similar, but I wanted to kind of test it to see if I would have the same issues with the video if I flew behind the trees back there and everything. Here's the footage of that, and then I also got some really good footage with the Sony, so I wanted to share that with you guys. I actually held up really well. When I started going over towards the fairgrounds, I got like 1 bar on my video, so I just turned around to be safe. I mean, my video and bitrate on the video was clear. It was as clear as day. Bitrate was at 25 megabytes per second, even though I only had 1 bar. I don't know. I mean, you guys be the judge. So I hope you guys enjoyed a little bit of long range testing on this quad. I can't wait to start testing the other one. So I do have these extra little parts and stuff that I want to add on later down the line. I'll do individual videos on that, like the GPS. I have a different video transmitter I wanted to try out, because remember when we were live streaming, I had some issues with it being a little glitchy. As soon as I flew away, there were problems with the video. I'll show you guys that on the next one. This one has already gone long enough. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it. Apparently all the likes and everything that were left on the other video meant nothing, because it really, I haven't seen any kind of improvement. If anything, my monetization is just dropping even more. So I don't know if that's due to with COVID, but at this point, whatever. I'm just gonna keep uploading the videos as I make them. I hope you guys keep watching. Hopefully you guys will see me on the next one. Bye.